AskReddit by AskReddit right now. If you could go back in time for a day to witness a historic event, which would you choose? Strasbourg 1518. To witness the event where the whole town succumbed to mass hysteria and danced themselves to death over 2 months. Bring your own food and water. We're still not sure what caused it. Assuming I have a safe vantage point on some kind of spaceship, I choose the planetary impact that's believed to have given us the moon. Now that is a good one. I have always wanted to go back in time to somewhere around 4500 BC and just record the languages being spoken around the world. There are entire fields of research that deconstruct proto-languages of the languages we speak, but those can only go so far back and don't account for all the other languages that got abandoned over time. The only hard part would be choosing how far back in time to go, because humans have speaking languages for a very, very long time. I found my people. This would be amazing. I want to figure out what language the Neolithic people spoke in Ireland, and whether the symbols they carved into their monuments such as spirals, zigzags, dots and lozenges were representative of their spoken language or something else. I would love to see the debut of a Molière play at Versailles. I'd like to see Tenochtitlan before the Spanish destroyed it. Yes. I'd love to witness the day Cortez first stepped foot in Tenochtitlan. What a unique moment in history. The sense of awe and bewilderment from both sides. So much lost to history. Would love to see and hear dinosaurs roaming around our land. If I could be present as a mere observer without being affected by the environment, I'd totally want to see the Chicxulub impact event. There are so many incredible answers here. I don't know if this answer counts as it's not historic in the terms of a specific event, but I'd love to see early humans and how their lives were. I'd love to witness a hunt and see how they survive. What their early community life was like. What they really looked like. I am curious to know what their teeth looked like pre-farming. How their bodies looked when food was scarce but they did a ton of walking. And really how they walked without shoes. After writing this out, I'd like to see Otzi the Icemans, https://www.iceman.it/en/the-iceman/last day. Scientists know almost everything they can about his last few days on Earth, but not who he was or why he was murdered. It would be interesting to see the answer to those questions. This is along the lines of what I was thinking, but I'd go back a bit farther to see when Neanderthals and Homo sapiens lived side by side, just to see what their everyday lives were like. Diogenes telling Alexander the Great to step out of his sunlight. Love this. Kepler supernova, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Kepler%27s_supernova . Visible to the naked eye, Kepler's star was brighter at its peak than any other star in the night sky, with an apparent magnitude of 2.5. It was visible during the day for over 3 weeks. Records of its sighting exist in European, Chinese, Korean, and Arabic sources. It was visible during the day for over 3 weeks. Wow. Just imagine the magnitude of that explosion, which was visible for 3 weeks during daylight. It was 20,000 light years away. October 1604, not even that long ago. Wild. When the Golden Gate Bridge was finished, my father was one of the first to walk across it. He died when I was 8. Would love to see him again. Wow, how old are you? A tour of Library of Alexandria before it was destroyed. Along with a portable scanner. The winged hussars charge. It was so impressive that a battle nearby stopped just to watch them charge. Imagine ceasing to defend your own life, or the lives of your closest companions, just because you're gawking at some crazy ass shit. The premiere of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony in Vienna. The story is that rehearsals were rushed due to time constraints, so Beethoven himself stood next to the orchestra conductor during the performance to give him tempo and dynamic cues. When the last notes sounded, the totally deaf Beethoven just stood with his back to the audience, not realizing what the response was. Finally, the soprano soloist went to the maestro and physically turned him around so he could see the audience standing in full ovation, many jumping up and down on their chairs as they cheered and clapped. I'd watch Reactor 4 explode from very far away. And maybe in a special suit. Based on the HBO show, I feel like I've already done this. The Battle of Stamford Bridge in 1066. I heard Chelsea played well that evening. See the asteroid comet that took out the dinosaurs from a safe distance. From a safe distance. So the moon? The 30th of August 1908 the Tunguska event. From afar. The building of the pyramids. You know what they say, the pyramids weren't built in a day. Does seeing the dinosaurs count? Why would you want to watch dinosaurs count? What would they count? Roswell, New Mexico, June 1947. Let's see what really crashed out there. Bender B. Rodriguez. Whitechapel 1888. Finally see who Jack the Ripper was. This comment makes me think of that scene from the Justice League TV show where Lex Luthor and the Flash switch bodies. Luthor runs into the bathroom and rips off the mask to see Flash's identity, only to look in the mirror and say I have no idea who this is. TLDR, it might just be some guy. The 1st of May, 1851 the opening of the Crystal Palace exhibition in London. The 13th of January 2007. I'll be on the patio outside my kitchen in Brussels. I will find out, once and for all, if she actually locked the door when we left for Omaha she claims. To see if that burglar chose our apartment out of all the others to use their lock-picking skills to enter and steal all my CDs. Or she didn't and a burglar who tries to see if doors are locked or not found ours. Comment was deleted by user FCKUSPES. I would go back to a time long before people existed, just to experience what the air smelled like. Rotten eggs. I've always just really wanted to know what Anne Boleyn looked like. I would just want to spend a normal day with her or something lol. Me too. I would love to hang out with her and baby Elizabeth and just observe. JFK assassination with a bunch of high-res cameras. You're there. You find a spot to get you a clear vantage point. The motorcade approaches, he's nearing the location. And nothing. They drive by. Nothing happened. You turn around and notice a person behind you. Shuffling through a bush. Hurriedly packing along. Dark, narrow objects, a rifle, maybe, into a case. You were blocking his line of sight. This isn't historic for anyone but my family. The 27th of October, 2018. I was in Colorado celebrating Halloween. My younger siblings in Texas were at a party. One of my sisters, 15, left the party with an older boy, both drunk. The older boy was driving, and he ran off the road and hit a tree. Older boy broke his back but lived. My sister died instantly. I'd go back in time, stay sober, park down the road, and wait for my siblings to need a ride and drive them home. I'm really sorry. The day Archimedes was killed, I'd stop that MF. Those circles deserve better. The crucifixion of Jesus. I am not Christian or religious. I am just curious about a man that changed the world. Or maybe the resurrection day would be better. Did he really come back? How many witnesses were actually there? During orientation week at a Catholic university, they asked if you could have dinner with anyone living or dead, who would it be? I said Jesus, and everyone was so impressed and thinking I should have said that, but, as an atheist at a Catholic university, I had a very different agenda. And everyone clapped, yes. I would also have dinner with Jesus. Mostly to save on the cost. So, what would you guys like to order? Oh, we'll just have some bread, fish, and 2 waters. I'd love to see a dodo. A 1m tall ground-dwelling pigeon that has no fear of humans. As long as it doesn't peck me or try and sit on my shoulder. Got some good news for you. https://www.scene-biotech-company-plans-to-bring-the-dodo-back-to-life. It's not the same as what you were wanting, but it's as close as we can hope to get. Will be interesting to see if they are successful.